More marry.
Okay, are you all turkeyed out? You're tired of hamming it up? Yes, me too. Tired of the turkey, tired of the ham. We have a wonderful solution for you. How about some delicious, scrumptious spinach cheese stuffed salmon? Oh, it melts in your mouth. This is from Legal Seafoods. It's an 8-pack of garlic spinach stuffed salmon, and it's on a holiday price for you of $69.95. So we've knocked off 10 bucks. Free shipping and handling, and 4 flex pays of $17.49. You can't get a salmon dinner on the low end for that price, and you get 8 pieces for that. I want to bring in Roger Berkowitz because he is award-winning, I have to say. He just won the James Beard Award for the Who's Who of Food. Congratulations.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Yes, I have to bow to you.
No. Just buy my salmon.
Just buy your salmon. And you should buy this salmon because it's been in the family for over 60 years. You guys have been in the seafood business for a long time with 33 restaurants.
Yeah, we have our plant is in South Boston. All the fish comes in, and actually we're in the fish business. And so essentially what we do is we source all the product, make sure it's the best, and then get it to our restaurants along the Eastern Seaboard: Boston, Washington, Philadelphia.
Well, tell us about why this salmon always wins the taste test.
Well, you know, it's interesting. This salmon is from the Faroe Islands, and not a lot of salmon comes from there. So the Faroe Islands is a little speck. It's a volcanic speck, about an hour-and-a-half flight from south of Iceland, a little bit west of Denmark, and the waters are ice cold. This is pure salmon. No hormones, no antibiotics, just pure clean. So what we do is, because I always have to figure out what's the best product I have out there. So I always have salmon, you know, it can be from Alaska, and I like Alaskan salmon, I really do. But every time we do a blind tasting with the public and ourselves, this salmon always wins. And one of the reasons, if you take a look at it, you can see the marbling right here. Okay. It has rich, fat marbling, and it just melts in your mouth, so that the taste profile is incredible.
Absolutely. So what are we making here?
So what we've done is we've taken salmon, and our chefs have come up with a recipe, and what they've done is they've put spinach, cheese.
Okay, I can't wait to taste it.
And a little bit of crumbs. Let me just break it open right here.
Oh, beautiful. And this is a home-cooked meal that they have in like 30 minutes.
You know, this comes individually frozen, just like this. You stick it in the freezer. It sells 1, 2, 3. You know, one of the things, when we first came on and started selling the salmon here, all of a sudden, on auto ship, because people tried it once and they realized the quality of this is really unsurpassed.
It's so moist. It is so incredibly moist. And you know how sometimes you have the spinach and the cheese, it's not overtaking the salmon. You have this fresh salmon that is, oh, it's delectable.
And you know, this is so versatile. You can serve it just with potatoes if you want, as an entree like that. It comes perfectly serving size. How about this? How about on a little bit of pasta? It would be great.
I had a little piece in my hand.
And you can have it with just plain vegetables.
Sure.
Now, I like it on a sandwich. All right?
Yes, that's what you do on the Eastern Seaboard.
That's right. It's either crab or salmon, okay? You have a great little sandwich like that, put a little bit of aioli on it, and you have a delicious tasting meal.
This is great. You cannot get 8 pieces of this wonderful garlic-infused spinach, cheesy salmon. You get 8 pieces for $17.49. That's incredible. Free shipping.
Well, I have to tell you, I hope it's a little bit more than $17.49.
That's what it takes to get it home. And then you pay that out 4 times.
Right. Okay, all right. I was going to say, I'm losing money at $69.95. At $17.49, I might as well quit right now.
No, you do have to pay us back. You know, pay us over 4 months of $17.49. My point is, when you go to a restaurant, even I hate to say this, a crappy piece of salmon, okay? One that's not that good, that doesn't smell good, and it's too fishy. You're paying $25 for it, and you don't even like it.
Exactly. You know? You could get a poor quality salmon, you know, and pay more money than you're getting here. You know, the funny thing is, if you have this in the restaurant, first of all, it's going to cost you more money. But there's no way that you can get this quality salmon, the Faroe Island salmon, with the great fat content, very rich in omega-3s. You can't buy it. In fact, one of our customers called me and said, he saw it on TV. He says, how can I get this? How can I get this? And I said, well, you know, this is an HSN special. You can get it there. he started ordering from HSN. I don't see him in the restaurant anymore. So, so I'm a little reluctant to push this too much. But I have to say, if you really like salmon, and a lot of people out there really enjoy salmon because they understand, you know, and appreciate the quality of salmon, this, I guarantee, is the finest quality salmon you'll ever taste. And you can do your own taste test. If you have a favorite piece of salmon, put this side by side.
And what I like is they come individually wrapped, so you can see that it's sealed. And so it's sealing in that freshness. So what you're buying here is quality. This is what you're buying from a family who's been in this business for more than 60 years, and if you consider his grandpa from 1904, really longer than that.
That's right, my kids are in it now.
Fourth generation, quality.
This is a passion. This is a family passion to source the highest quality seafood and get it in our restaurants. This particular salmon item, the salmon itself, Faroe Island salmon, is one of our most popular items in 33 restaurants. You can't get a better quality salmon. I really, you know, it's funny. If I took this off, I would get complaints.
Right, absolutely. And, you know, if you have Christmas coming up, consider the person who's sitting at the table who may want seafood. They don't want turkey. They don't want pork. Sometimes even my dad will throw in a brisket. This is a perfect alternative to get a scrumptious home-cooked meal. You can cook this in as little as 30 minutes, or you said even 12 minutes.
You could, well, okay, so if you have an air fryer, 12 minutes. Okay. If you have it in the freezer, preheat your oven to 400 and then put it right into the, you know, into the oven. It takes 15 to 20 minutes from a frozen state. From a refrigerated state, you might want to put it in the refrigerator. It's 12 to 14.
Well, this is wonderfully flavored. It really is. I can't cook, but honey, I can tell you how it tastes. You can tell I like to eat, and this is good cooking. So I consider myself a foodie even though I don't cook, because I just like really, really good food. And I don't want to waste my time and my money going out to a restaurant and it's not going to be good. It's not going to be fresh, or it's going to be too fishy. This is perfect. It's delectable. It's delicious. If you're looking to do something different for Christmas or give a gift to that favorite foodie in your life, you know, someone who just, excuse me, loves being in the kitchen, this is a perfect gift. You get this home for $17.49 and for 4 flexible payments. I would try it. If you have not tried legal seafood, you've got to try it. I know they sell crab cakes and everything else, but this salmon is the best that you will ever taste.
This is a special item just on HSN, and I have to tell you, I'm almost reluctant. If we sell too much, I'm really in a lot of trouble, because you can't buy salmon this good for this quality for this kind of money.
It's restaurant quality. And you have to remember, he just won the James Beard Award, so this is good stuff.
This is good stuff. I will not compromise. And these are some of the ingredients that go in there. You have some cheese. You have a little bit of cayenne pepper. You like a little bit of
just
kick
a little
to
cook.
it. A little bit of crumbs, of course, fresh spinach, and we put it together just on top of the salmon and just put it in there, and it cooks together.
And I love how you put it with the pasta. What an easy meal. Throw in some fettuccine, a little butter, a little garlic, and put this beautiful salmon on top. And it's the perfect size.
And I tell you what, if you happen to have any left over, if you take it and put it in the refrigerator and take it out the next day, it eats perfectly well. Salmon is one of those items that once it's refrigerated, it's the day after, it tastes great.
This is good stuff.
You know what we've also done? We've also put it into scrambled eggs. Salmon, eggs, a little bit of cheese, it goes very well together.
Well, this is I can't tell you, you just gotta try it. I could eat this all day long. Look, I didn't eat before I came on the show because I knew I was gonna eat all this salmon, and I'm not probably not supposed to taste this much, but I can't stop eating it.
It's okay.
It's really, really good.
See, you can have it in the morning. You know what we say? If you're gonna give this as a gift, give the gift of good taste.
Give the gift of good taste. I mean, I can tell you that if you for Christmas, if you haven't planned your meal yet, include this. This is wonderful. And we also have the 12-pack for you if you want to
Right, if I haven't lost enough money on the 8-pack, I'll really lose a lot more money on the 12-pack.
Because this is going to go so quickly. Even though this has a shelf life of, what, about 9 months?
Well,
it's not going to last.
In theory, it'll last 9 months, but if it stays 9 months in your freezer, something is wrong. You don't like salmon, that's for sure.
You're going to eat this up real quickly. Look at the 12-pack. It's $85 for you. We also have it on FlexPay, which means you can pay that out. If you're just now watching HSN, pay this out, get it home on free shipping, $21.24. You cannot get one piece of salmon in a restaurant this good for $21.24.
You cannot.
You can't do it.
Cannot.
So get the 12. Like, my dad loves to cook. He's a gourmet cook. This is a great gift. So I hope you love it. I love it. Roger? Thank you so much,
No,
Roger.
my pleasure. Please enjoy.
I've got to go to one of your restaurants. He has like 35. I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Okay, from one star to another star. In a world premiere event, iconic superstar Diana Ross will be here live with the launch of her Diamond Diana fragrance. Today's special. I'm so excited about that. One of the most accomplished and recognizable artists of all time, Miss Ross is sharing her very personal new fragrance exclusively with our HSN customers. Isn't she just gorgeous? Join us as she brings her style and essence to this next chapter of her iconic career. And tune in Tuesday, December 5th, beginning at 12 a.m. Love me some Diana Ross. I wish I could sing just like her, but I won't even attempt it. December 5th, beginning at 12 a.m. Okay, next we have this wonderful Tortuga, oh my gosh, rum cakes. Have you ever been to the Caribbean? I tasted this when I went to the Cayman Islands. I went on a tour. This is good stuff. Really, really good stuff. So if you've ever been to the Caribbean, you've probably tried it. If you haven't been to the Caribbean, don't worry about it. We're gonna bring the Caribbean to you. Yes, we are. And I have to say, yes, man. Yes, man. I have to bring in my Lindsay, man. How you doing, man? Because Lindsay is from Jamaica. That was a horrible Jamaican accent. How you doing, man?
Hi, Debbie. I'm so excited to be here, and I am so passionate about Tortuga rum cake because I grew up in Jamaica, and I grew up eating this cake all year long, not just in the holiday time. And I'm passionate about it because this recipe is over 30 years old.
Wow.
Baked fresh in the islands every day with fresh ingredients, no preservatives, real eggs, real butter, real sugar, you know, the real rum, award-winning Tortuga rum that's been aged in an oak barrel for 5 years.
I saw that process in the Cayman.
Oh, that's right.
I'm so excited. So your family used to eat this at Christmas, and this that we're showing you right now, let's just tell you about it. This is, it's 3 packs of 4-ounce golden rum cakes. This is the golden original, the best seller that we're bringing you. And explain the configuration for us, because you're getting, what, 12 pieces, 12 servings?
So you are getting 6 4-ounce cakes. They're gonna come like this. You're gonna get 2 of these. This has 3 in there. You're gonna get 2 of these. So what you're getting, and I really wanna cut this up and show you how moist and delicious.
So they say 12 servings, you're gonna cut it in half. See, I'm gonna eat the whole thing.
Seriously, they say that this can go for 4 people, but I many times have had one of these on my own.
Right.
Many times.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm gonna cut into this and just show you. The British walnuts are imported, everything else fresh from the islands, and just look how moist. Okay, I always do this. I smush the fork down into the cake just to show it's not falling apart. Look how it's staying together.
That's
wonderful. It's just moist and delicious. Tortuga has found a way to strike the perfect balance. So this cake isn't too rummy. You're not smelling rum.
Not too rummy. And can I have that one little piece?
Oh my gosh, we're gonna eat more than this little piece.
One little piece.
Go for it.
It's kind of like a big piece, but
go for it.
But it's like,
you're gonna taste that rum in the bottom. I'm gonna have some of this too.
It's good.
So good, right?
It's good stuff.
And it never disappoints. It's always just as you remembered it. They have not strayed from this recipe for over 30 years.
It's so moist.
Wins awards year after year after year.
Oh my goodness.
If you go on hsn.com and read those reviews, there are so many people that say, I don't drink alcohol, I don't like rum, but I am in love, obsessed with this cake. Where do I get more? And usually you can only get it when you go to the islands, so that's what makes this so special.
I came back with so many, and I was supposed to give them all out for Christmas gifts because these are great giftables. But what I did is when people came over during the holidays, I would bring out the Tortuga rum cake, and it was always a big hit. This is your special occasion cake. Somebody's having a birthday, an anniversary. It melts in your mouth, and the rum is not too overpowering, because my husband, he doesn't drink alcohol at all.
Right.
He loved the rum cake, so even if there's somebody out there who thinks, oh, it's just gonna be too much taste of alcohol, it's not. It's so subtle, and it's just such a rich, delicious, moist flavor. And this is like one of the most favorite, I think, it did win an award as the most giftable in the Caribbean with the tourist.
Tortuga rum cake has won so many awards that I forget to memorize them, because every year they win awards year after year after year. And I have to tell you this quick story, because a few days ago, my daughter's preschool had a potluck. And you know, instead of baking, you know, if you can't do something as good as someone else. Why try, right?
Right.
So I brought Tortuga rum cake, and my husband went and told someone that I made it. And through the whole event, people were chasing me. People were like, oh my God, you made this rum
They
cake.
wanted the recipe.
And I want to tell you, Debbie, there's now an email chain going around with all the students in my daughter's preschool class asking for the recipe of the rum cake. And I had to have my tail between my legs and come back and tell everyone, like, I didn't make this, I'm sorry. Because, you know, you might bake and say, I can make rum cake, I'm good at baking and everything, but this is a process that cannot be duplicated.
Right.
Each cake hand brushed with rum that's been aged for 5 years in an oak barrel.
This is an incredible process. I was able to, you know, tour the factories in the Cayman Islands. And it's just one of those things, if you haven't been to the Caribbean, you just want to see this. Look at how delicious this is. I brought so many pieces of cake home. I thought customs was going to stop me. I really did. But I thought, no, really, these are gifts. But these are fantastic. You get these home on a flex pay of a little over $10, and you're getting two packages, and you get there's 3 in each one. And so they're saying it'll last for about 12 servings, but you know, you might eat the whole one by yourself. But they're a nice size. You get 2 packages, 3 in each one. And for $10, what a great gift. And the packaging is so incredibly beautiful. Look at how beautiful this is. You can just put a bow on this, just bow and go, you know?
Well,
so
my favorite...
I'm gonna turn it around to the Tortuga. Now, there you go. But just bow and go. It's absolutely beautiful.
It is, and even on it, so what I love about it is it's so giftable. You can give someone, if you really love them, both, because you're getting 2 of these, or, as you said, stick a bow on it, give them 1, or you can break it up. You have 6 gifts, and they're perfect stocking stuffer too, because it's a perfect size to just drop right in. But if you have teachers or an office party or anything, what I did for the event is I cut up the cake and I put some raspberries on top.
How beautiful.
As you see here, Olga has put caramel on top, which I'm dying to try because I've actually never tried it with caramel, but this has such an amazing flavor that you don't have to do anything to it. You don't have to.
I don't know if am I supposed to not mess up the pretty?
No, I use my hands all the time when I'm here, so let's get into it. So a little bit of
the caramel, okay. This is so good.
It's good, right? It's amazing.
I had some great salmon, and now I have dessert. This is a type of cake you take out after dinner, and all the guests are around, having a little coffee, a little conversation, or just a special occasion. Or just a great gift. I mean, if you don't know what to get somebody and they have a little bit of a sweet tooth and they're a foodie, or you just came back from vacation, they didn't get to go, you bring them this. And you can say you ordered it from HSN. You don't have to say you went to the Caribbean, but that can be on your list. Get this home for a little over $10 and just try it. I mean, 3 flexible payments. This is absolutely exquisite. This is a 30-year-old secret family recipe that's been around, and it's baked fresh daily in Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, Barbados. I mean, it's wonderful. I mean, I feel like I should have grown up on an island. Do I look like an island girl?
You do look like an island girl. You can definitely pass as an island girl, but you don't have to be an island girl to have and enjoy Tortuga rum cake. And that's because of HSN. Usually you have to go to the islands. You usually have to go on a cruise or to a 5-star resort. And you know, you said something interesting. This is the perfect gift for a foodie because it is that gourmet recipe.
Put the caramel on it. I've just got to get another bite of this caramel.
I'm going into.
Because this caramel right here is just absolutely fabulous. You know,
I'm going in for some of this
I was supposed to start a diet, but it'll be after the holidays.
After, definitely after. The good thing about this,
starting a diet. It's like, it'll be afterwards.
Absolutely, right? Diet now. No way.
Don't even think about it.
But this doesn't have any preservatives or anything. The rum is really what's preserving it. The rum is a natural preservative. So these cakes are gonna last you for 12 months.
So good.
And if you freeze it, even longer. But just in the packaging, because it's shrink wrapped, and then the rum preserving it, you don't even have to refrigerate it. It's going to last for 12 months. So here is something that you can keep in your home.
Yes.
Someone pops over, they have a gift for you. You don't have anything.
Right.
You pop it out and said, oh, look what I had for you.
And when people stop by during the holidays, you want to take out your best. You want to take out your best wine, your best champagne, or, you know, your best dip. This is your best cake.
Oh, this is so good with the caramel.
Moist. It just melts in your mouth. And I'm telling you, with this caramel sauce, it is a hit for days. $32.95 is our holiday price. 3 flexible payments, a little over $10. This always sells out. Now, Lindsay is coming back today, I think at 10 o'clock in the morning.
10 a.m.?
But we can't promise you that this will still be here. I can promise you this.
Not likely.
This won't be here. But if you don't know what to buy for the special someone, this is it. This is it. Or you can give the HSN gift card. Thank you so much, Lindsay. Thank you, Mon. Jamaica, Mon. Okay, this HSN gift card can get you the Tortuga rum cakes, or it can get you that salmon, whatever you'd like. You get it for the person and you let them choose. Let them decide so that you don't mess it up. This is wonderful. Get it for $25, $50, $500 if you really love them. Hey, that'd be nice, right? An HSN gift card. And the Dash Chef Series Digital Sous Vide, that's coming up. The holiday price of $129.95. I'm telling you, this is the most moist steak you will ever have. This is what the high dollar restaurants use to make sure that your steak is always ready. Yes, it cooks perfectly. You cannot overcook anything with the sous vide. And you're getting it with free shipping and 3 flexible payments, a little over 40 bucks. It is wonderful. It is the ultimate slow cooker. Yes, it is. You can walk away, do your nails, clean up, run some errands, and have a perfectly cooked meal. Speaking of cooking, yes, I have the wonderful waffle maker for you, okay? So don't waffle anymore. If you've been saying, oh, I want to get one of these waffle maker, this Holstein set of 3, not 1, not 2, but a set of 3, they're non-stick mini waffle makers for $34.95. Aren't they just adorable? 4 flexible payments of $8.74. That's cheaper than any breakfast you can have at the okay, whatever it's called. I won't mention any names. I love everything, but I want to cook it at home. I want to get rid of this.
Maybe you don't want that anymore.
I know. Well,
I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to get rid of those. Okay, we're just going to do that. Just kick it over there.
Carrie.
All right, so the reason you don't need that anymore is because Holstein's about making it easy and fun in the kitchen, and that is exactly what these makers will be for you. So maybe you want to get these as a gift. They're a set of 3, so they come in separate boxes. So you may want to give one to someone, one to someone else, one to someone else. You may want to keep all 3 in your kitchen because you know that everyone comes to your house to do all the cooking. Maybe you got kids or grandkids coming over. What are we talking about? We're talking about the most perfectly cooked waffles in a matter of minutes. Nice and crispy and perfect top and bottom. That's because it's a non-stick top and bottom cooking. And they're those perfect size waffles that you can just never get unless you have a maker like this. So the way you work it, and I'm gonna use our batter bottles here, which you can ask about, but they make it super easy. You just fill it in. You see how it's gonna roll right into the slots just like that. This is the hardest part. Wait for it.
You just close it.
Close it. That's it.
One and done. This is 5 minutes.
This is plug and play. So literally every time you make a batch, you're going to get perfectly sized waffles. And if you do have a lot of visitors coming this time of year, it can be great to have all 3 and everyone can just fix their own waffles.
Look at how fresh that is.
Isn't this awesome?
And these are final quantities, everybody. So there's only 340 left, so we expect this to sell out. So go ahead and pick your color. We have brights where you can get the aqua blue and the magenta. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. The brights are gone. We have the actual basics. That's why I love my producer.
We're at the end.
We sold out of those, so we have the basics. Yeah, the brights for demonstration only. So we have the basics. We have the gray, the red, and the black. Wonderful, they're each coming in a box that matches. And you don't have to choose, you're getting all 3. So you can actually divvy this up and give 3 different gifts to 3 different people, your favorite people that love to cook, because you're making some good stuff here.
Absolutely, well, I just did my chicken, actually. I took my chicken patties.
Chicken and waffles.
Chicken and waffle time. So guys, if you're like the person who says, well, can I waffle this? Can I waffle that? All you gotta ask yourself is, will it waffle? And the answer is probably yes. Okay. So just about anything that you cook in your kitchen, you can now waffle, including if you wanted to make a regular waffle, and I'm gonna bring it over here, and I just did a little melted butter. And then I just put my melted butter all over my waffle, because yum. But then I don't stop there. Then I'm gonna sprinkle it with cinnamon sugar. And what did I just do? I just made a churro. So you can bring this over here, make an entire plate full of churros, and then, you know, because it's this time of year.
It's this time of year where you indulge.
Do a little chocolate sauce.
Oh my goodness. And what I love is that you think waffles are just for breakfast, but waffles are for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If you do the chicken and waffles, they're for desserts. You just made that.
Yep.
So you're seeing all of the different ideas, and this is just great because the hash browns, what a great idea with that. I love hash browns.
Did you ever go to the restaurant and you wonder how they get those
Yes.
perfectly crispy hash browns? Please notice I've cooked from top and bottom without flipping these over. That's
incredible.
the hardest part. That's when
Yes.
you break them.
Uh-huh.
So here you're going to have perfect restaurant style hash browns every single time. And what I want to show you is because it's a non-stick, if anything were to get stuck on here, it's easy to get out. So I can keep, I can keep going and
nothing
keep
is
cooking.
sticking.
Exactly.
Nothing's sticking. I love that.
Now, here is a way to use this that you might not think of at first. Take a little bit of dough, and I actually just placed inside some sauce, and you could put pepperoni or sausage and make those little pockets, okay, that
Like
we know
a
about.
waffle pizza.
You know, right? And pop it in here and just lay this on top. It's automatically gonna puff the pastry and brown this completely perfect. So it makes that, you know, after school snacking, after work snacking. This is something you can have at your desk at work. Maybe you have a student that's in college right now. Think about breakfast sandwiches, okay? So right here, I just did the perfect waffled breakfast sandwich. This was an already frozen breakfast sandwich, right? So you can do that, but if you really want to control your ingredients, that's what it's all about. You'll know if you put your own eggs, your own sausage, your own breads.
Well, there are people out there who are gluten-free and they're making gluten-free waffles, and you said you make gluten-free waffles for your husband.
All the time. So if you had to use a gluten-free bread, for example, and things like that, if you want to buy a gluten-free breakfast sandwich, it is so expensive.
Yeah,
like 2 of them is through the roof. So to be able to make it at home because you already have gluten-free bread is so awesome. So if you have someone in your family, this is great, being able to control those things. Cinnamon buns. Think about, you know, the holidays. We like to make cinnamon buns at the holidays. I don't know, for us, Christmas morning is about having the cinnamon buns. So being able to put them in here, you're not heating up your oven. These heat up in less than 2 minutes. So the little light goes on and it tells you when it's ready, and then off you go. You're off to the races. Before I move down, I want to come back here real quick and show you that in just that, and it's already, look at it, popped to the top. Okay, and just that little bit of time that we were talking, that waffle that I put in right at the beginning is completely done. It's completely nice and toasty, top and bottom, and nice and soft in the middle, which is exactly what you want. I'm gonna finish off my chicken and waffles.
It's less than 5 minutes. So, you know, you're getting ready to have a lot of company over.
Yep.
Breakfast, you no matter what time you get up, whether it's at noon or, you know, at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 7 o'clock, everybody wants breakfast.
Yeah.
And this is great if you can make homemade waffles or any of these other great ideas with the hash browns. I just think you get so many different uses out of this, and it's called a waffle maker, but it does so much more.
Okay, so this is macaroni and cheese.
Is that macaroni and cheese?
So what we did was we took leftover macaroni and cheese and we put breadcrumbs in it. So you put the breadcrumbs, it helps it kind of stick a little bit. And then you place it into the waffle maker and it makes a waffled mac and cheese. So it's nice and roasty toasty on the outside, but ooey gooey in the middle.
Ooey gooey, love it.
And then you can do like a panini press type idea, but you're actually waffling it. So I just cut the crust off. I put my grilled cheese in the middle. So all I do when I do a sandwich, because you see how it sets up a little bit, is I just press it down a little bit. Gravity is going to take effect, and it's automatically, when we come back to it, you're gonna see that it's automatically just gonna come down and close on it just like that. And all that's happening is the heat is coming from top and bottom. There's nothing we have to do. This is cooking all on its own, and when we're done, cleanup is so simple because of the non-stick.
Because of non-stick.
Which is important.
So you're not choosing, you're getting all three, the red, the gray, and the black. You're getting 3, each gift box will match for $8.74. 4 flexible payments. So for $8.74, you're getting 3 waffle makers that can do so much. She's making dessert right here. Carrie, that looks delicious.
So I did brownie.
Is that chocolate?
So this is a brownie mix. So you can take any type of batter mix that you like, including brownies. So it could be boxed, it could be handmade, whatever you have.
Ooh, this looks good.
And, you know, put some, I don't even think I got my cherries here, did I? Oh, goodness gracious. But anyways, anything that you enjoy, you can have a sundae with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and restock it. So again, this is just my brownie mix. So when you're using this, I have these batter bottles that I'm using, but you can spoon it in as well. The thing you're looking for is you want to kind of put it towards the middle, and you see how it runs out to the edges. When you see that it's kind of meeting up to all the edges, just go ahead and close it again. I always say that's the hard part.
And remember, you're getting all three. All three. You don't have to choose. So you're getting 3 separate boxes. So if you want to give them as gifts to 3 separate people, you can. But if you have 3 kids, that's perfect. I mean, you can even get them into the kitchen and have them to make their own waffle. This is just a lot of fun. So if you're looking to have more fun in the kitchen, this is a lot of fun, and you're also saving money. Rather than going out and buying pancakes and waffles and spending $10 per person, for a family of 4, you're spending $50 by the time you tax, and you can get this home for $8.74 for all 3. Did I say all 3? I think I said all 3, right? It's also, I can't believe it's on 4 flexible payments for you, and it's free shipping. We don't always have that. And I just need to warn you that limited quantities, so we don't know if this is going to last throughout the day. So I'm glad you're up watching with us, cooking with us, hopefully eating with us. I know this makes you hungry. Go ahead and reserve the colors, all 3 of these that you get. Go ahead and reserve your order, I should say, because you're getting all 3 colors, red, gray, and black. This is fantastic.
I did cornbread. So this is actually a cornbread waffle. So I broke it so you could see what it is, but this goes perfect in your chilies, your stews. This is the time of year where we really want to make that. I know we're down towards the end, so I would have just put my cornbread back in here. I want to come back to some of the things that I put in. Let's see kind of like how we're doing here. So again, a waffle that I made right at the top is already done. You will pop out waffles like super duper fast. Okay, check this out, you guys. This, I was hoping this one was finished. So this is my, I just got to get under there. This is my pizza waffle. Okay, so if you...
I mean, kids are going to love this. You have grandchildren, you have nieces, nephews, you know, any kids going off to college. They're going to take this with them. Give one to all 3 kids. They will have a ball. I mean, children just love, and this is something they can actually, you know, help with your supervision.
Absolutely. This
you can let them pour in the actual, you know, dough that you're making.
Absolutely. The batter. Cinnamon. So we did our cinnamon buns here. Okay, so look how fast that actually went, and it actually gives that waffle imprint, which is kind of interesting.
That looks delicious.
And then I would leave my grilled cheese for just a few more minutes, but you see how that's coming along, and it's going to melt the cheese on the inside. And then again, what I really truly love is that it's grilling from top and bottom. So this really gives you not just that panini press idea, but it gives you that really delicious melted in the middle, but toasted on the outside, and that's what you're looking for.
They are so adorable. I want to say freaking adorable. Can I say that on
sure.
camera? They are freaking adorable. And remember, you're going to get a box that's going to match this. So you're going to get the red box, you're going to get the black box, you're going to get the gray. And you just put a bow on and you're done. So you're getting all 3. You don't have to choose, but you can choose to give them to 3 different people. That's what I like.
Absolutely. This is the way to knock out your corporate gifts.
Teacher.
This is the teachers. Yes. This is your, you know, mailman, your nail tech. All those people, you want to get them something fun, but you don't want to spend a lot of money.
Right.
So 3 gifts.
Yeah, $8.74. You did, girl. Good girl. High five.
Thank you.
Yeah, high five. High waffle.
Ham and cheese.
Yeah, Carrie did give us great ideas. Thank you, Carrie. And we have more great ideas for you in this cookbook. Look at this. Will it waffle? Yes, it will. There's like 120 recipes. And I know that Carrie showed us so many. But get the cookbook. It's $14.95. And you just have some great ideas so that you never run out of ideas. And I just can't say that enough. Okay, I have to come on over here. Yes, Dale from Hale. No, I mean Hale Groves. Dale from Hale Groves.
From Hale. Hey,
how you doing?
Good, how you doing?
I'm smelling the citrus. This
is an important day.
It is very important.
Sugar Bell Day.
Sugar Bell.
You only get them
one time.
One time.
A year, right?
One time a year. This is it. All before Christmas. This is one harvest, one shot, and I hope we have enough for everybody to get some, because those of y'all are tuning in at this hour in the morning are very, very fortunate. Very fortunate. Because you're gonna get a chance at them.
I love this. These are handpicked from the tree and then put in the box and ready to ship to you. But they're in harvest right now, the only time of the year. Only one time.
One time.
So if you don't place your order, I'm afraid you're going to miss out. So I hope you place your order. One tray is $36.95 and you get a dozen. 2 trays, $54.95. You get 2 dozen.
And you're going to want to do the 2 trays.
They're juicy. They're so juicy.
God. I mean, you look at this. I'm just barely touching it. Look at that. And you know, with no pressure hardly at all. And the juice just flows out. You don't even need this thing. You can just do it this way.
And they're just so sweet. So you just made this fresh.
Just hold on a minute. I'm going to give you a little bit more in there.
Give me a little bit more?
Yeah, that way you have a little more to go in there.
You know, we spend so much money at the grocery store buying concentrate and, you know, orange juice that's just really not fresh.
No, it's not fresh. We track our fruit. We track this fruit from the time it's a little baby. We test it when it starts getting close to its maturity, and when it peaks and we get the exact right ratio, which is the acid-sugar ratio, then we harvest, and we only do these one time.
One time. This is delicious.
This is it. I mean,
absolutely delicious. I need to say cheers.
Yeah, you get no more. when you send these off, when you send these guys off, everybody you send them to is going to want to know where you got them. They're going to want some more, and guess what? They can't get them.
Well, they're beautiful. You're
hardly ever, if ever, going to find them in a grocery store. It's not going to happen. Right. These things are. Hale Grows has an exclusive on them all throughout Florida. And that's where all these come from. It's basically a fairly new variety that has now just become really mature, and so we can offer them.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, there's nothing like them. There's nothing like Sugar Bells.
Sugar Bells. Okay, Sugar Plum out there, if you look. Y'all need to get these Sugar Bells.
Anybody that knows our Honey Bells has got to understand a Honey Bell is only available in January. All you guys that buy them every year, you know you love them, but you can't get them sent out to somebody for Christmas. These you can. This is a Honey Bell mixed with a clementine. Okay? Our crazy scientists come up with a way to give you your Honey Bell at Christmas time.
I think that's incredible. And look at those trees. I mean, these are hand-picked. This is from the Indian River region, which is the premier growing region in the world.
Indian River, and that's where Hale Grows is out of. 70 years, Hale Grows has been down there.
70 years
70
of
years.
Quality.
70 years, since 1947. This is our 70th year in business. And so they've been here a little bit longer than I have.
So if you want a super juicy, scrumptious, it's in the orange family. I wanted to say orange-like, but the clementine and the Honey Bell mix, I mean, you can call it orange if you want, but this is a nice hybrid, making it so sweet, so juicy and scrumptious that it's just it's a rarity.
Yeah, this is extremely limited.
Extremely.
Once this harvest is done, I just hope people understand, if you want these, last year I had so many friends that said, oh, I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna order them, and they waited, they didn't get them ordered, and then they were, oh, well, I'm gonna order them now. It's too late. It's over. It's completely over.
You don't need any sugar added.
No.
Look at how juicy that is.
This is just, whoop.
Make your own orange juice in the morning, but remember, this is a Honey Bell crossed with a clementine, this wonderful hybrid. This is only harvested once a year, which is right now. So when you make this order, you're getting fresh, hand-picked Sugar Bells. I mean, this is hand-picked. They just picked them, and they're shipping them out to you.
That's right.
And they usually don't last because it's a limited quantity because it's only one time of year. So what you get is what you get.
Yeah, this is it.
Once it's gone, it's gone.
It's gone. If you don't get them now, you will not get them. You'll have to wait for our Honey Bells. And this is a very super sweet, juicy fruit like the Honey Bell, but it's got the clementine tartness in the background, just that little kick of orange that makes it perfect. And for you orange lovers, tangerine lovers, the folks that like that little kick, this is it. Everybody that tries them falls in love with them, just cannot believe how good they taste.
It's wonderful. It's so fresh and so crisp. And so if you are a health nut yourself, or you have that sibling. I have one sibling who's a health nut. I mean, she's perfect. It's like, oh, just want to shoot her. But she eats so healthy. This is a wonderful gift for the person who's a health nut. This is also wonderful just to take to work because you're tired of grabbing the cookies and the cake, and this is something healthy. And the aroma, I wish there was a such thing as smell-o-vision. It smells so good right now.
When you send this up north, they're gonna love you. And they peel, I mean, as
the
easy
whole office is gonna
as
come
you can peel one. You see the big bell on them. I mean, they're just as easy to peel as any fruit you've ever had.
Well, this is what I'm almost down with my one glass. I don't know how many glasses I get.
Now you don't even have to scribe these things. You can basically just, you see that? I mean, it just flies off there. Okay.
These are easy to peel.
Easy to peel. Super juicy, and
just super good. They're so sweet.
You just want to get all into it.
Yeah, you
know,
do.
it just gets all over. You just want to get all into it.
You do.
And
I had him to pour for me because I thought, oh, I have on this white shirt. But I mean, look, I can't even tear it. Look at how it's just dripping. Just me grabbing it, it's just dripping. I mean, this is dripping with flavor.
Yeah, this is a...
I'm gonna go for it. Mmm.
Crazy juicy. Like I said, and the little tartness in the background is what gives it, it says, I'm an orange. I'm an orange.
It's great.
Well, understand.
It's fresh. It's fresher than anything you're gonna get from the grocery store.
What is this, December, what, 4th?
December 4th.
Okay, we're gonna harvest these. Once the orders come in, we're gonna harvest them.
This is so
one
good.
time. They're actually going to get even sweeter than this between now and the time of harvest so that they arrive for Christmas for everybody. And it's crazy. And then it's done. It's done. I have nothing else to offer.
I mean, this is grown in Indian River region, which is the premier world growing area for oranges and for honey bells and sugar bells. It doesn't grow any better, folks, in the world, the Indian River area. So this is where this farm is. If you want to taste this, you haven't tried it for the first time, get it home. You get it on flexible payments for you. The first tray is $36.95, and if you get 2 trays, it's $54.95. And you're talking about $9.24 for the 4 flex payments for that 1 tray. $9.24, and you get 12.
Wow.
You get 12 of these. It's super, super juicy. Healthy, put this in your smoothies, and take this out and have it fresh for your company for breakfast.
You see, I didn't score that.
And even a cocktail. Oh, this is great.
You see, I didn't even score that with a knife.
I know, it's easy to peel.
There's no score at all. It just pops right out.
Easy to peel, and we have to warn you, I mean, on the juicy scale, it's a 10 plus.
Well, you've seen that right there.
Because you look at all this juice. I mean, and it's just a beautiful color, too. It's just so
Oh yeah,
beautiful.
it's a super. It's got the redness to it. It's got everything. This.
I mean, you
this fruit has
realize
got
when
it
you
all.
see this and what you buy in the grocery store that it's not fresh, and that all kind of additives, you know, have been added to it.
This is fresh as it's going to be. And like I said, what you're getting is something that's as rare as, it's one of the rarest citrus fruits probably in the world.
In the world, absolutely.
Yeah, this is it.
This is harvesting only 1 time out of the year, just 1 time out of the year, which is right now. So I hope you make your order right now. And Dale, I know you've been working with the family for a long time, so cheers to you. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I'm gonna put my order in. These are absolutely delicious. Thank you so much, Dale.
That is good, thank you.
And still available, we have the Holstein set of 3 nonstick mini waffle makers. We only have it in the basic colors. We only have 70 left, folks, just 70, so you need to hurry up and you need to put in your order or you're gonna miss out. This makes everything from pizza to hash browns, you name it, to cake. You put your brownie mix in there. Be creative, and you're getting 3 separate gift boxes, all sets of 3, just 1 set of 3. Not just, but 1 set of 3, 1 for each person. I mean, I'm having a good show. And it's in the, you know, the finale right here with Kelly Diedring, the wonderful Kelly Diedring. Look at the sous vide process. If you are looking for the most moist and flavor-infused meals, you need to get the sous vide because it locks it in. It's a new technology. It's a slow cooker, but it's not the pressure that's building up that's cooking it. It's actually cooking in water. But look at how juicy that is and delectable.
Best way to do proteins. And
I'm having a good time today.
I know you've been eating, so I know you did dessert first, so why don't we get to our protein?
Yes, let's get to our protein.
So if you ever wondered how like a 5-star restaurant served 20 different people, 20 different ways of their steak, all at the same time, all to perfection, in the back they have these commercial sous vides. Now don't get freaked out by the name, okay? Because all sous vide means is under vacuum, okay? So it's underwater vacuum sealed. So the water's not getting inside the bag. You can use any bag. We're including some of our bags.
Sure.
But you could use any plastic bag that has the little zip tie at the top, okay? Or the little zipper at the top. But what you do is, let's say you want a rare steak. You know, you're talking 130, 135. If you want medium rare, you go up from there. You set the temperature on our digital display, and underwater, it cooks your food to that exact temperature. So it will never go over that.
It never overcooks.
So you will literally be serving a perfect medium rare steak, or a perfect rare steak, or a perfect medium steak to your guests. Now, the interesting thing about sous vide is that when it comes out, most people are gonna brown it, which is what we've done right over there. So this is what it's gonna look like coming out of your sous vide. It tastes absolutely perfect. Now, most people love that sear. That's what we're used to. So all I want you to do is take your steak or your chicken breast and give it about 30 seconds on either side on your stovetop, a little pat of butter, and you are talking restaurant quality steak that is never going to be overdone. So let's say you forget about your steak, or you're making a sauce for your steak, or you're baking cookies for the dinner. This steak will keep at exactly that temperature. So let's say it's 138. It will never go over for 2, 3, 4, 10, 12 hours. You will never overcook your steak. You could walk away and forget about it and come back to that steak. It would be perfectly done still. There's no way of cooking that would ever happen.
Well, I thought you made a great point. And if you didn't know this, this is what the restaurants do. That's why they can serve 30 people, 30 steaks at one time, because they've already used a sous vide, restaurant quality sous vide. And so they put that in there, and that's why it comes out moist and juicy. And now you're able to have that same restaurant quality sous vide that you can take home. We've knocked $50 off for you, and you get it on 3 flexible payments, a little over $40, and you're getting restaurant quality steak.
And all the way through. So edge to edge perfection. So typically when you sear a steak or you grill a steak, what happens? The middle might be perfectly done, but it's overdone on the edges, right? Because that's where the direct heat has hit. There's no direct heat with the sous vide. It's why 5-star chefs choose sous vide, because there's no direct heat, which means you're not damaging the protein. What you're getting is edge to edge perfection, edge to edge perfectly done medium rare steak every single time. Or whether it's your chicken breast, whether it's your shrimp, it does vegetables really well. We're gonna do all of those things in your sous vide. The steak takes about an hour, so I want you to pop in your protein, maybe get the kids ready for dinner, get everybody settled from coming home for the evening, maybe you're having a holiday party. Whatever it is that you need to do, come back and you literally will have not just perfect steak, but perfect vegetables as well.
Well, I like that you can walk away. So if you have errands to run, if you need to put the kid in the bathtub, you know, if you need to go to the grocery store really quickly, you come back home and then you take this out of the water, you have a perfectly cooked meal. Remember, this is a slow cooker. This is slow roasted.
You think of it like it's a slow cooker, but you're using a water bath. So you're actually getting the vessel. A lot of the sous vides are just the little stick, right? And you have to find a big old vessel. You have to find the world's largest pot. I've seen people using like a bucket, and I'm like, no, don't cook my steak in a bucket. You're getting the actual oven bath. You're also getting the racks that come included. So you don't need any clips. You don't need anything else but what you're getting. And then let me remove that. You can see the agitator is actually creating that vortex. That's what keeps the water at the exact temperature. So if you set this water for 135 degrees, it's not gonna be 136 degrees, and it's not gonna be 134 degrees. It will be exactly 135 degrees. That's what that digital computer is. You could never say that about a grill, an oven, or a stovetop. You're ranging between 10 and 20 degrees using all of those other methods. So this is how you do it start to finish. Our baggies, again, come included, but you can use any baggie with the little, you can use your own. These are also reusable. They're dishwasher safe as well. But take your protein, whether it's chicken, whether it's a beautiful steak, you know, I've done seafood, salmon. You could do salmon in here.
Would be great.
Yeah, any protein, pop it on the inside of the bag, and then just do whatever seasonings you would normally do. So we're doing rosemary and garlic. Pop that down as well. Release some of that air, and then you can give it a zip right across the top. Okay, and we give you this if you want to evacuate the air. You can even evacuate the air. That's a great way to do it as well. But once you get it sealed, all you do, and you can do, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 slots. You could do 6 steaks for like a Christmas dinner if you're serving your neighbors.
That's
Pop
perfect.
it
Just
underwater,
like the restaurants.
just like the restaurants. Pop it underwater. Choose, you know, if you want medium rare, medium rare, whatever temperature, and your setting for your time. Pop the lid on, walk away. Now, if you forget that you're doing your steaks, my friends, you cannot overcook them. You can't overcook them.
The reason you can't overcook them is because it's cooking in water.
It keeps at that exact temperature.
It's that moisture.
So it will always be at 135 degrees. It doesn't matter. It's not going to go any higher. So
I think that's so neat.
That's such a great way.
It's so interesting because you may be sitting at home thinking, you know, I've just never heard of this. This is something new. It's something different. It's really, it's an old concept because the restaurants have been doing it for
they've
decades.
been thousands of dollars though.
Yes, and they pay. So
commercial sous vide.
Right. It's just now available for customers just like you sitting at home right now to get that restaurant quality. You're talking about moisture that's locked in, that's sealed in, and all of your spices.
Yep.
It's just locked in there like nothing else.
It's the most moist way. It's even more moist and juicy and tender than pressure cooking because it's in that water bath. Now, if you're thinking, well, does the water get in it? No, it's sealed inside the plastic. So none of the water's getting in it, but the moisture from the marinade or from its own beautiful fats are getting infused. This is just a pesto that we infused inside that chicken. You know, the steak, you can give it a rub like you would normally do, but look what you can do. So I love being able to do different flavors, different varieties. So maybe you're somebody that's doing meal prepping, all right? Come January, we're all gonna be on a diet again, aren't we?
We are. I'm gonna taste a piece of this because
try it.
The fact that you can walk away and do some other errands.
Oh, it won't overcook your chicken breast.
Oh, this is
that juicy?
I always mess up a chicken breast. I'm not gonna lie.
Because they get dried out very quickly.
If you're not a good cook, and I'll admit I'm not the greatest cook, this is the way to get it right, perfection, every single time.
Yep.
This is so moist.
And this is barbecue chicken breast.
And it's hard to get chicken breast moist.
So you can do different flavors all in one machine. So let's say you're meal prepping for the week and you want to have your protein for the week. Monday we have pesto chicken. Tuesday we have barbecue chicken. Wednesday we can have lemon chicken. All of it made all in one pot so that for the week. And then if you want to take this baggie and throw this in your freezer, you can freeze it right in the bag that it comes in. These are freezer safe, dishwasher safe, BPA free,
so
reusable.
There's not a lot of cleaning. That's what I like.
There's no cleaning because look inside the sous vide. It's only water. The water doesn't get in the bag. The contents of the bag don't get into the water. It's just keeping it underwater at the perfect temperature. So I know a lot of people when I tell them, oh my gosh, I've been sous videing everything lately.
Right. And they're like, what?
And they go, excuse me? So all sous vide means is under vacuum. It's you're vacuuming, sealing your bags. You're, releasing all the air out of them and putting them underwater. And so people get, very intimidated by these new cooking terms.
Because it's a new concept to them.
It is.
But really, if you think about the fact that restaurants have been doing this for decades.
Yes.
And that's how they're
Since
able
the 70s. Yep.
That's how they're, because you wonder, how do they get their chicken breasts moist perfectly every time?
Right.
Or their
steaks cooked to perfection every time.
It's because of the sous vide.
Yeah, I mean, these five-star restaurants, right? They may have 30 patrons sit down all at once.
Sure.
Every one of those 30 people orders a steak. Every one of them orders it at a different temperature. How do they do that? How do they get them all served within 10, 15 minutes? They have it all in the back in a sous vide, medium rare. They have all different, these $1,000 machines. They give it a sear and they bring it to the table. And it is cooked edge to edge perfection every time.
The only thing you'll have to do is if you like that seared look, then you're just going to put it in a skillet for a couple of minutes.
I would say about 30 to 40 seconds either side.
But it's already done.
Yeah.
It's already done.
You're just giving it that
but
browning.
for that aesthetic, pleasing to the eye thing, just put it in the skillet and then you get that browning that you like.
Do you love grits?
I do. I like
sort of
shrimp.
A southern.
Yes, shrimp and grits, girl.
Shrimp and grits or salmon, anything that's flaky and difficult to sort of, get over hot heat in a pan, like a fish or, a shrimp. Guess what? It's going to be so beautiful in a sous vide because you're not giving it that direct heat. Direct heat actually makes us lose our nutrition, and it gives it so that it's, sort of not cooked in the middle, but maybe it's cooked to perfection on the outside. When you sous vide shrimp, your grits, your vegetables, look at what a beautiful meal that is.
That's gorgeous. And usually people overcook shrimp.
Well, yeah, because they get real chewy, right?
Right.
Yeah, you can't do that in a sous vide.
You're not going to overcook anything. Not chicken, not steak, not shrimp. I think that's incredible.
And the guide that comes with it tells you how long everything is. So let's say you want to do ribs low and slow. It tells you 8 hours long. If you're just doing a steak or a chicken breast, you're talking about an hour. We're doing eggs down here in a minute. We're talking about an hour. Most things are about an hour, but if you're doing something like our large rack of ribs, Ribs in a sous vide, you have to try it. If you know
Fall off the
anybody that's a
bone.
rib snob, you've got to try. And don't even tell them what you're doing, because they're gonna look at you like, you know, crazy. They're gonna go, I'm sorry, what? What are you doing to my ribs? It's a new way to cook ribs that you've never had before, and they are so fall off the bone. But you can see, not only did we do our ribs, we did our corn as well. So you're gonna be able to do not just your big proteins, but your vegetables too. And you're gonna be so surprised with how easy it is. If you're sitting there thinking, well, it just sounds complicated, all you do is put your protein, your vegetable in the bag, put the seasoning in the bag, put it under water, set the time, and walk away. It's as easy as pressure cooking.
Right.
Yeah.
You just need this vessel right here.
You just need
our little
this
gadget.
oven.
We're calling it an oven. And you just pour in the water, and you're putting your food inside the bag. There are really 3 easy steps.
Yep.
You plug this in, you put your food in the bag, and your water in, and then you walk away.
And look at these.
That's what I love. You're not slaving over the kitchen stove. You can be vacuuming, getting your cleaning done, getting the kids ready for bed.
Are you a rib girl?
Oh, a girl from Texas. Am I a rib girl?
Okay, my
Texas
friend,
barbecue.
then here you go. So if you know somebody in your life that loves to do ribs and they're on your Christmas list and you have no idea what to get them, and maybe you were gonna get them rib rub or whatever, get them a sous vide and tell them next time they do their ribs to do it in the sous vide oven. Now, our oven is different than the sous vide sticks, okay?
Can I lick my fingers on the air?
Yes, you can lick your fingers on the air. There is nobody judging here. I don't
This is
think.
really good.
Isn't it
I don't know whose
amazing?
fork this is, but this.
I gave it as yours.
Mine.
It was your fork.
That is really good.
But our oven is different because ours isn't the stick where you have to, other sous vides.
This is great. Our producer wants some.
I know, it's gorgeous.
Can we
I'm
get
just
some
trying to
bread
get to
out
one
here?
of the bones, my friends. I mean, your dog is going to be so upset with you because he gets nothing.
Wow.
But try something new,
These are
try
incredible.
something different. If you're a foodie, if you love to entertain, it's a great way to entertain because you can actually enjoy your party. You can have 6 steaks.
Wow.
You could probably have a dozen chicken breasts.
Yeah.
Just sitting in the sous vide. Maybe you're off
Good
doing
stuff.
the secret sauce. Maybe you're making your cornbread. Maybe you're making the stuffing. Maybe you're making the cookies. Your sous vide is keeping your food at the perfect temperature. If you want to give it a 30-second, 45-second sear at the end, you can. Look what's happening on the inside here. That's our agitator. That's proprietary to the Dash sous vide. That's what keeps this temperature at the exact temperature, right?
Okay.
So if you're choosing 135 degrees, it's not gonna be 136, it's not gonna be 134. It's very different than stovetop cooking, it's very different than pressure cooking, but you get similar results to pressure cooking. It's just so moist, juicy, and tender, it's gonna blow your socks off. And we have perfect reviews.
It's locking in those flavors.
Yep.
Perfect reviews, locking in those flavors. I mean, look, you've got the shrimp and grits, you've got the ribs,
the corn.
We did the chicken, we did the steak. I mean, I'm gonna have to grab one of these shrimp too.
Now these are fun. So
I don't have
know,
a plate, but
there might be some people that go to that coffee chain, where you pay $6 for a latte.
Perfect shrimp.
Are they good?
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, please interrupt away.
This is so good.
Isn't that nice? But the coffee chain is now doing sous vide egg sandwiches and sous vide eggs, and they're sold out every time, right? And you're paying like $6. I got one the other day. It was very good, but it was $6. You know how much an egg costs? 7 cents. Okay, you can do your own. Yeah,
Right.
rip off. That's like a 7,000% markup or something crazy. They're making a killing. You can do it. All you have to do is get your own, little glass jars,
such
little
good
bowl
stuff.
jars. And now you can do your own little sous vide egg souffles.
Wow.
And look, you
How
can even
beautiful
see
that is.
we have our veg at the top too if you want to add some veg. But it's going to be like a custard, but it's eggs. It's a very different texture than doing it sort of in a fry pan. I want you to try the sous vide eggs. And a lot of people have sort of seen the sous vide sticks and they think it's a little bit intimidating because you have to find a big pot, you have to find your own bags. There's a lot of things you have to do with the other version of the sous vide. And so Dash decided, let's make an oven where everything's included, including the rack, including the bags.
So you don't have to go searching for all of what you're getting.
Yeah, you don't have to go find a big old pot or a vessel or some clips.
This is perfect. And it's not even hot to the touch, really.
No, not on the outside.
On the outside, but it's going to cook it perfectly inside. That's what I love about it. So you are basically paying for accurate cooking every single time, no matter what you're cooking, because you get the instructions, you get the guide that tells you exactly how long to cook the steak, how long to cook the shrimp, how long to cook the chicken,
proteins,
how long
your
to
vegetables.
get. Yeah, it's telling you exactly what you do, and you're pouring in the water, putting the food in a baggie, and you're walking away. It's so convenient.
It sounds different. It's a different way of cooking just to wrap your brain around.
It's worth it, though.
It's so worth it. If there's a foodie in your life that you don't know what to get them, like as a gift, and they're, you know, in your family and this is a good price point for you, go ahead and snag this because
the ribs alone.
Oh yeah, just for the, yeah, I mean, they'll love it.
You start a rib business with this.
Now look at this. If anybody of that's a baker, it will temper chocolate perfectly. Have you ever tried to temper chocolate?
No.
It's not fun. My friends out there, you know what I'm talking about.
You're the great chef. That's why we have you on.
It's hard. You got to bring it up to temperature, back down to temperature. Got to keep it at a constant temperature. Guess what the sous vide does? We've been talking about it. It keeps things at a constant temperature. So if you, and this will also harden. So if you wanted to do a beautiful chocolate dipped strawberry, I lost my strawberry, so my fingers are a little chocolatey. You can do that, and that will actually dry just like the $70 strawberries that our guys get us every year. Have you ever been, you know, have you ever been gifted the chocolate covered strawberries? They're about $70 including shipping.
They're very expensive.
You're talking $5 to do it now in your sous vide. And you can do pineapple, you could do chocolate dipped pretzels you see that we've done here.
Look how beautiful that is.
Here's the tempered chocolate on the pineapple. So it will do desserts as well. So you could even do like custard on the inside, oats, those types of things.
I mean, so basically for $43.32, you are getting basically a beautiful oven that is going to cook your food accurately, perfectly, flavorfully every single time. And the moisture is going to be locked in. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Kelly. I gotta eat these ribs.
I'm gonna save the ribs.
I try not to double dip.
And the shrimp. The ribs and the shrimp.
Thank you, Kelly. Great giftables.